Hey 8th graders, hope this video finds you well and safe. Today, we're going to review on the two styles of reproduction. As we've talked about in class, there are two styles. There's asexual reproduction and there is sexual reproduction. So, every organism has two very basic goals: to survive and to reproduce, to continue the existence of a species. Asexual reproduction is only going to occur in very simple, usually only one-celled organisms. So that leaves sexual reproduction happening in much more complex organisms like mammals, reptiles, and all things like that. Asexual organisms will reproduce with only one parent, where sexual reproduction occurs with two parents and only occurs when you have the meeting of two, what we call gametes, or sex cells, are going to meet to create a new organism. Asexual reproduction only then will produce identical offspring, where sexual reproduction is going to produce genetically different offspring. That's why you look partly like your mom, partly like your dad, but not exactly like either. Because humans reproduce through sexual reproduction, which takes the gametes, the meeting of the two sex cells, and then genetically takes that information, meshes it all together, kind of scrambles it, and then makes a new organism. That gives sexual organisms the ability to be a little bit environmentally different, which makes us able to survive environmental changes much better than an asexual reproduction type organism. Last thing, reproductive success. As we've said in the beginning of the video, every organism has two main goals: survive and reproduce. Animals use reproductive success, and so do some plants, to try to enhance that ability to reproduce positively or successfully. So, when we talk about the difference between asexual and sexual reproduction, these organisms are going to reproduce relatively fast and have a lot of offspring, where sexual organisms are not going to be able to reproduce as fast, and they're going to have less offspring. So, not as fast and less offspring. Besides that, reproductive success for animals then looks differently when we talk about what an animal does to attract a mate. In my class, I know we've talked about the pufferfish mating ritual. If you go onto YouTube and you look up pufferfish mating ritual, you'll find videos on male pufferfish that actually draw really cool shapes in the sand to attract a mate. Those really cool shapes in the sand will demonstrate a male pufferfish's ability to be strong and have a lot of endurance, which then will attract the female, so that hopefully, with the hope or the goal of attracting the strongest and most highest reproductive success mate to help them reproduce better. So that is our really quick, really short review on asexual and sexual reproduction. Tune in for more. This video was brought to you by this ping pong ball. Ooh, how cool. Who knew? I did. I knew that was going to happen. But isn't it cool? Look at that. Yeah.